How to Court Your Felix. Written by Silverwolf96. Read by Arashi. Sylvain is used to courting people. Or women, to be more precise. It's something he's done out of habit for years and years, ever since he learned what courting involved. Because it's what's expected from him, being the heir of House Gautier, with his crest and everything. Well, mostly it's more dating and flirting rather than actual courting. But who's counting? With women, it's pretty simple. He gives them flowers, and he buys them sweets, and nice dresses, and fancy new shoes. He takes them to nice restaurants with good food, and pulls out a chair for them, like a proper gentleman. He takes them for walks on the beach, or the gardens in the moonlight, and he tells them how beautiful they look. He recites poetry about the way their eyes gleam in the moonlight, and how their hair falls over their shoulders, and how their smile would put the most beautiful flowers to shame. None of this is something he can do with Felix, because he wants to court Felix, actually properly court him, because this is the one he's serious about. This is not some fling, or way to fill time or have some fun. He knows he wants to spend the rest of his life with Felix, an actual courtship, where the goal is an actual, real relationship. His father is not going to like it, but for once, screw what his father will think. At least Rodrigue might be happy for Felix. Maybe? Now, he just has to find the best ways to properly court him, as none of his previous methods will work here. After all, Felix doesn't like gifts he has no use for. He hates sweets, can't stand fancy restaurants, prefers to buy his own clothes, hates wasting time on anything unproductive, and does not accept any kind of flowery language from anyone. But Sylvain still has an advantage he hasn't had with anyone else. The fact that he's known Felix since childhood, and knows exactly what he likes, and what he would want. Felix might not want flowers, but the perfect gifts for him are ones he has use for, like a new dagger, or a grindstone, or something he can use for training. He doesn't like sweets, but he loves that 4-spice blend kind of tea. He won't step foot in a fancy restaurant, but he's always down for getting dinner at the dining hall, especially if there's something spicy on the menu. He won't do long walks on the beach, but if one wants to spend time with him, he won't say no to some sparring, after which he can be coaxed into climbing up on the roof for some stargazing, or even going to bed early for some cuddles. "Hey, Felix!" Sylvain calls out when he sees Felix exit the marketplace, twirling a new dagger in his hand. "Want to get something to eat? They're serving 2-fish sauté as the main course today." "Sure," Felix agrees, putting the new dagger away in his belt. "I could eat, I guess." He shrugs, and goes to walk with Sylvain to the dining hall to grab some food. "But you'll come to train with me after that," he adds after a few moments. "Not right after eating," Sylvain protests. "You know it's good to rest after dinner, right?" He gets closer to Felix, and hooks their arms together, before leaning down to almost whisper in his ear. "What do you say? Dinner, then a nap in my room, and then training?" Felix hums, tilting his head to the side as if considering Sylvain's offer. He even closes his eyes, because he just trusts Sylvain not to let him walk into anything. "All right," he finally agrees. "But," he turns to Sylvain, and jabs a finger at his chest, "you have to actually train, and not just slack off while pretending to train." "Yes, dear." Sylvain grins, as he takes Felix's hand and presses a kiss to the back of it. "I'll make sure to be the best training partner there is." As expected, the action causes Felix to blush and call him an idiot, but without any real heat, as he drags Sylvain towards the dining hall at double pace, with Sylvain grinning like he's the happiest person in the world. His relationship, or courtship, with Felix might not be very normal, or conventional by any means, but it's so uniquely them, he can't help but love it.